Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Amal Mukhtar, and this is a special edition covering President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi's visit to Norway. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi held talks on Monday with Norwegian Prime Minister Johan Gahr Støre at the governmental hospitality premises in Oslo as part of his visit to Norway. The visit is the second leg of President Sisi's European tour that took him from Denmark and also includes a visit to Ireland. The extended talks were joined by the delegations of the two countries. Earlier today, President Sisi held a bilateral meeting with the Norwegian Prime Minister that was followed by the signing ceremony of several cooperation agreements between Egypt and Norway, and also both President and the Norwegian head of government witnessed the ceremony, where several memos of understanding on mutual cooperation were signed in several domains. Upon the arrival in Oslo late on Sunday, President Sisi attended an unofficial tea ceremony held in honor by Norwegian Prime Minister Johan Gahr Støre. Presidential spokesman Mohammed Shenawi said that Norway's Prime Minister welcomed the head of state and expressed appreciation for President Sisi's historic visit to a European country. Well, to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have with us over the phone our dear guest, His Excellency Ambassador Ayoub, Mahmoud Ayoub, Plenipotentiary Commercial. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you and to the viewers.
Thank you so much. Your Excellency, now President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi is in Norway, which is the second leg of the European tour that is taking the President also after this to Ireland, and started with Denmark. During his visit to Norway, the President made very important talks and discussions, and also there was a number of memorandum of understandings that were signed. Give us an idea about this, please.
This visit to Norway, to first Denmark and then to Norway, and then it will be extended to Ireland, means that the Egyptian foreign policy is looking beyond the borders, is looking also to Europe and to countries who are cooperating with Egypt in many fields, not only in security field, but also in clean energy and in power stations and in many other economic areas. It's very important. We will need to expand cooperation with these countries in areas in which they are very successful in, and we can cope with and copy their experience in this respect. And the Egyptian economy is in bad need to this kind of visits, because it will expand our economic strategy and also establish peace in the Middle East and establish, will I say, stability in the area, thanks to cooperation with these three important European countries.
Yes, Your Excellency, concerning the important meetings that President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi is holding, the President also is scheduled, after meeting with the Prime Minister of Norway, he is scheduled to hold meetings with King Harald V and also the Crown Prince and the Parliament Speaker later on Monday. How do you see the importance of these meetings and discussions?
These meetings and discussions are very important because it paves the way for more cooperation between Egypt and these countries. When we will come to Norway, and after that to Ireland, and before that in Denmark, we see that the Egyptian foreign policy is focusing on fruitful areas of cooperation with these countries, whether in energy and in power and in economic areas, and also to extend our spheres of action to European countries who are quite friendly as far as the Palestinian cause is concerned, as far as Gaza situation is concerned. That is why the President has been to this country, and we hope that the success of these three visits, will be reflected on stability and peace in the area, and at the same time and on the parallel line, creating and increasing economic cooperation with these countries in the fields which are very important for the Egyptian economy, such as power and energy and industrialization and even land reclamation, because they have very, very good experience in these areas, and Egypt will be the main beneficiary of cooperation with these countries in these fields.
Yes. Also, Your Excellency, Prime Minister of Norway have expressed appreciation for President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi's historic visit to Norway. He described the President's visit as a historic visit. How is this important in also raising the level of relations between Egypt and Norway on the diplomatic level and also in the trade field?
It is very important. It is a strategic visit, really, because first time for the Egyptian head of state to visit Norway, and at the same time, it expands areas of cooperation between the two countries and creates new areas of cooperation, especially in the economic and the trade fields. And we are very pleased that the President goes that far to extend our cooperation with these Nordic countries who are not colonial powers at any time. At the same time, they have economic clout, and at the same time, they have their experience in areas which are needed by the Egyptian economy and will reflect on the standard and level of living of the Egyptians here in our country.
Yes. Earlier yesterday, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi wrapped up a visit to Denmark, which was the first leg of his European tour. And during his visit to Denmark, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, of course, made very important meetings with the Frederick X, King of Denmark, and also the Queen and the head of the Parliament. And also there was a memorandum of understandings that were signed during the President's visit to Denmark, and also promoting relations to the level of strategic partnership, and also applying pillars of joint declarations and cooperation in several fields like maritime fields, energy, green transformation, investment, agriculture, tourism, IT, and several other, and also combating illegal migration. So how did you see also the importance of these points in the President's visit to Denmark?
These are vital points for a successful meetings between the President and the heads of states of these countries. What is happening now, there are complaints from European countries as far as illegal interests are concerned, and they come from North Africa and Egypt and Libya and Tunisia and Algeria and even Morocco can be the gates for immigration, illegal immigration, and that is why the European countries are keen to increase cooperation with Egypt in this respect, and they have rendered, offered, and did also give aid in technical fields and in boats and so on. So it is very important. This is one part. Other part which is very important, that is stability and security, and more importantly, the security fields, because they know that many illegal immigrants come with their thoughts and maybe with other things, and that is why they want to stop this illegal immigration to other countries. And at the same time, Egypt is beneficiary because we are in need of economic aid and economic cooperation more than aid with these countries, and these countries are in a better position to give the needed cooperation in the economic fields, in fields of energy and the fields of stability, in the fields of land reclamation, and the fields of water desalination, and a lot of other areas. And these countries are more than ready to cooperate with Egypt in this field, because they know that Egypt is a stable country, is a populous country with more than 100 million consumers, and at the same time we are in a balance of the Middle East and a balancing factor in the Middle East. That's why these countries are so keen to increase cooperation with Egypt in many fields. That's why President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi has travel that far to this country, and the benefits will reflect on the Egyptian people very soon.
Yes. Also, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi have also hailed the Danish understanding of and also supporting Egypt in its stance concerning the water security, and as the Danish side appreciated Egypt's stance towards the water security and acting in a very wise way concerning this issue. How did you read this?
When we find international support for the cause of water and water security, that is very important for us, because we cannot work alone in this field, but we work with the support of European countries who have their impression, and they can impress the Ethiopian part in this respect. And that is why the visit of the President of this country is very important as far as our cause is for water security is concerned. And these countries are being now supporting the Egyptian cause and also helping in Egypt in many ways. One of it is water desalination, and at the same time water conservation, and also at the same time the Egyptian side is looking forward to cooperation from the technical field or transfer of technology from these countries to Egypt in the areas which were discussed during the meetings, and according to which memorandums of understanding were signed by the two parties.
Yes. Your Excellency Ambassador Ayoub, we'd like to know more about the Egyptian-Danish Business Council.
Egyptian-Danish Business Council is the catalyst for the cooperation between the two parties. When we create business between two countries, who does the job? It is business community, whether public sector or private sector, of course. So establishing this business council streamlines cooperation and puts it on the solid grounds and clear grounds, so that each part knows where he can work and how he can work, and the beneficiary at the end of the day will be the Egyptian economy.
Yes, Your Excellency Ambassador Ayoub, this tour by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, this European tour that started by Denmark, then Norway, and it's going to end by Ireland. How do you evaluate this European tour, and what are your expectations concerning the outcome of this visit?
This is one of the most external visits by President Fattah al-Sisi, because it is dealing with going to three countries, the central countries in Europe and important countries in Europe. I'm looking for from the economic point of view, of course, because Egyptian economy needs cooperation with more countries. It is not only with the Britain and the United States, but on the EU, and even it is going to as far as Norway and Ireland and Denmark. These countries have the best advantage as far and the best experience as far as clean energy is concerned, as water conservation and desalination of water is concerned, the energy and in transportation, in land reclamation, in transfer of technology. So there are many facets, and in many ways the Egyptian economy will be beneficiary with more population with these countries, and the visit by President Fattah paves the way for the concerned parties in the both countries to put their hands together to enhance cooperation and to enhance bolstering the Egyptian economy and facing the international competition, even in the markets of these countries for the Egyptian exports.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information. Your Excellency Ambassador Ayoub, Mahmoud Ayoub, Plenipotentiary Commercial. Thank you very much for joining us. I really had the honor to have this phone with you. Ladies and gentlemen, a short break, and I'm going to be back with you. Well, with this, my dear viewers, we come to the end of this special edition. My name is Amal Mukhtar. Thank you for watching.